Right, welcome to the Randwick Local Planning Panel. Before we start the meeting, I'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the land of the Bidjigal and Gadigal people who occupy the Sydney coast, being the traditional owners. On behalf of Randwick Local Planning Panel, I acknowledge and pay my respects to the elders past and present and the Aboriginal people today. So just for clarity, I am the chair of the panel. My name is Sue Francis, and I'll go around the table and people can introduce themselves.
Yes, so Sue Witherley. I'm also a member of the panel and come to the panel with, from local government.
Michael Levy, expert panel member, town planner with 35 years experience in the state, local and private sectors.
Michael Berg, I'm the community representative on the panel.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much. Just for clarity, we've all signed prior to this meeting whether we have any declarations of interest, and all parties that you just heard from have declared that they have no interest to declare in relation to any of the items on this agenda. Now, we have two items on the agenda and I have a speaker for both items. What we will do is we will go from item 8 to 25 and then we'll go to item D 9 at 25. I have the speaker for 8 to 25 being 18 to 14 Macaulay Street, Matraville, is Kevin Malouf, and then the speaker for 8 Ormond Gardens, Coogee, is Mr. Eric Francis. That's and I will call you when we're dealing with your issue. You will have 3 minutes to make your representation, after which we may or may not have any questions to ask. And then we will move on to the next item and we will repeat and then we will adjourn and we will make our determinations. So with that, we'll move to the first item, which is 8 to 14 Macaulay Street, Matraville. And first and the only speaker on this item is Mr. Kevin Malouf. You there, Mr. Malouf? Mr. Malouf, are you there? Anyone else in relation to Macaulay Street? Okay. Councillor, you can't confirm who's called in or not? Yeah, okay. Well, wait a few more seconds and then we might go on to the next item and we can come back afterwards. So look, on that basis, is Mr. Eric Francis here in relation to 8 Ormond Gardens? You are there.
Just unmuted my microphone.
Fantastic. So we'll start with
jump. Okay?
You're on. You've got 3 minutes. Okay.
So in relation to this D, we own Unit 2 and Unit 4 at 7 Ormond Gardens, right next door. We wrote in our objection to it, which I assume you've all seen. I understand what they're wanting to do, but our biggest objection is the fact that they're in all the wording throughout their proposal, they keep talking about their Brook Street frontage as though it's a Brook Street address, and they've arranged all their setbacks accordingly. I just really want to stress it's actually 8 Ormond Gardens, and the Ormond Gardens setback, in our view, should be exactly the same as the old building, which is exactly the same as every single building in Ormond Gardens. We're all set back roughly 4.5 metres. They're wanting to set back, they're classing that as, in their DA, they're saying that is the side of their building, and they only want to set it back 2.5 metres. The effect that has, apart from being the only building in the street, which will jut out by 2 metres and just make the building alignment look ridiculous, is it has a particular effect to us. So if we sit out in our front yard and wanted to look to the east towards the beach, we can see, you know, the top half of the big pine trees at Coogee Oval, and it's quite a nice little view. If this were to go ahead, we would be looking at a 2 metre slab wall with no windows in it that's 17 metres high. And I just think that's completely and utterly unfair. I don't think that should be allowed.
Thank you very much.
Sorry?
Anything else? Sorry, anything else?
No, our main issue, there was a few little things that are just normal DA matters in our letter, but the main one is them treating it as though it's a Brook Street address when it's an Ormond Garden address, and changing the setback or the building alignment will be an absolute nightmare.
Okay, thank you
Just
for
take
that.
that into account. Thank you very much.
Any panel, any questions or clarifications you want to speak to Mr. Francis? Okay, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
All right, lovely. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Let's go back to see if we can find Mr. Kevin Maloof. Are you there, Mr. Maloof? No? I'll give you 10 more seconds. So all the other numbers on there are staff, are they? Okay. Okay. We've just heard that Mr. Maloof doesn't wish to speak in relation to the first item, which is 1840 Macaulay Street, Matraville. That being the case, I will close the meeting, we'll adjourn, and we will make our determinations. So we'll adjourn the meeting at 1:06. Thank you very much.